What is up, YouTube? This is T-Quentin1 coming at you with the video. Today I'm talking about Superman the movie. Now, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is getting closer and closer every day, and I am pumped for it. Two of my favorite characters are going to come on screen together, and it's going to be great. Hopefully. Now, some of you may not know this, but Superman is actually my favorite superhero ever. I love how kind and compassionate he is, and how his stories often veer into sci-fi territory. So to show my support for the last son of Krypton before he beats the shit out of that little bitch from Gotham on March 25th, I'd like to review Richard Donner's 1978 classic, Superman the Movie. Now, speaking of Richard Donner, I think he was actually the perfect choice to direct this film. His love for the character shines through in almost every scene. Every bit of the Superman mythos is adapted pretty well. Jonathan and Martha Kent are perfect in this film. Krypton looks pretty good, surprisingly. And Lex Luthor, Superman, everything just works great in this film in terms of characters and environment. So it takes the concept seriously also, something very few, if any, comic book movies of that time did. And the film has a real hopeful optimism to it, but I think calling it cheesy is a bit unfair. Sure, it's lighthearted, but at the same time, there's some heavy emotional stuff in here too. Lois Lane dies, for God's sake. Granted, she doesn't stay dead. I mean, of course she doesn't. It's a superhero film. But that's pretty ballsy to pull some shit like that in 1978. I want to talk about, probably besides Richard Donner's direction, the best thing about this movie is Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent. Some of the best casting in any film, not just comic book films, any film. He portrays the timid nature of Clark's character while also showing the kindness he possesses. It's just great. But Margot Kidder is just as good as Lois Lane, with the perfect amount of spunkiness for that character. And Gene Hackman, easily the best Lex Luthor we've seen on film so far. Maybe Jesse Eisenberg will be good. I doubt it. He perfectly embodies the intelligence and arrogance of the character, as well as making him suitably and honestly enjoyably evil. Sadly, though, this film is not perfect. The effects are very dated and can take me out of the movie, like especially when you see the painfully obvious green screens in some scenes. It's kind of hard to watch. And Lex Luthor's scheme is boring. It's a real estate scam, for God's sake. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. So yeah, that was pretty lame, and also I could have used a little more action. Now, I'm not asking for Fury Road or Man of Steel levels here, but a little more would be appreciated. But hey, maybe they'll turn that around in Superman 2. Stick around for that. So yeah, Superman the movie I think is a great film. Though far from perfect, I still really enjoy it. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. This is T-Quentin1 signing out.